Now it's the thing though. Yeah, it's yeah. What's that sound? Cross device service. All right. So tonight, guys, welcome to this new episode of our Galaxy app. It's been going so smoothly from episode 1. Now we're on the 5th episode. So I want to say y'all are welcome. You all are welcome. And then make sure you stick around to the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe before we continue, right? Before you continue the video, don't forget to subscribe. And also, don't forget to drop a like. If you want to be part of the bigger family, then check out the WhatsApp channel in the description of the video and be part of all the code with Setso platforms. Yeah, so that is that. We are getting to the next phase of this particular app. So on this phase, we will be building this. All right, we'll be building the planet section, which is this. So we are going to build all this right now and all in this episode before we move on. Right, guys, we are almost at the end of our episode, so don't forget to connect or check out the previous ones whilst we build with joy, peace, and mind. Yeah, guys, thank you very much for the likes. Thank you very much for the likes. For everybody that's following, thank you for the follow. And for everybody that's subscribing, thank you for the subscription. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah, so let's check this out. If we should click on this, we'll be navigated to the screen. Okay. Star J, I go get plenty money. I know. If we click on this, we'll be here. All right. So this cards, right? The cards at the top works exactly like the bottom nav, right? So if we should rerun our app right now, then we should have something cool and something simple to implement. We should be able to implement something cool, yeah. So guys, Aquaba to the episode, and then hopefully we finish everything on time. So we're gonna start learning. We read through all the onboarding, we log in. After login, we're on the home page. Now on home page, we can navigate to the other screens using this, right? So we can navigate to the other screens using this emotion controller. Don't worry, I'm gonna watch later. So we have all this. Now what we are going to do to these cards is that on the click of these buttons, we are navigating to these pages on the click of the next button, right? So when the user clicks the next button, we are moving to the next page. Yeah, so guys, thank you very much for the likes. Don't forget to reshare so that somebody will also have access to this live. You never know, your friend, your brother, your sister, your wife, your husband, your babe, even your ex might want to check out a video like this. So just reshare and let them have access to it. Ghost, thank you very much for the follow. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel for more videos like this and also the other episodes that we've worked on. Yeah, guys, welcome. Aquaba. Bon arrivé. So we are going straight to the home screen. And then on the home screen, we'll be implementing something small, right? Something small, okay? So don't worry, it's gonna be cool. Yeah, guys, Sauce Boy, thanks very much for the follow. Thank you. I mean that far. So what are we looking at? We have this search, this and this. Thank you very much for the likes. Please don't forget to reshare, okay? Okay, good. Yeah, so there's something we would have to do here. Now we have this navigation on these pages, right? Cool. Now the goal is to actually click this button so that we would be navigated to this page. But because this widget, right, the home widget, it's not directly on the navigation page, it's not on the main screen, right? So the navigation is happening on the main screen. The navigation is happening on the main screen, but we want to click this widget, which is on a different screen, so that we would be redirected to these pages, right? So we would have to do that, and we have to do it in a way, right? And in order for us to do that, we would have to use something called a state manager. All right, so we would have to actually keep the state of the current index, the current bottom nav index, so that when we click on this card, we can update that state. Yeah. So that is what we'll be doing. Oh. There are multiple ways we can do that. But the simplest way is to use a provider to manage that state. Yeah, so we are going to use a provider to manage the states. So what we will do is that on the main screen we would have something like we can just let's give it a providers folder, so we can have folder like providers, but no, we won't put it here because that is going to be, hello, do you offer paid training? Yes, Rodolph, I do that. You just have to drop a DM, then we'll talk about it. Yeah, so we have something like providers, we offer paid training, just hit my DM. So we have providers, and then we are going to create a provider that will hold the state of the current index, right? So we can say the app is very small, so we can just go ahead and say current page index provider, right? So we can say current page index provider because the app is very small, so even the app is small, so we don't have to stress over this. So we will do something like final current page index provider. If you want to learn about provider, right, if you want to go into the basic ways of using provider, you can check the other videos on the channel. You can go to the Flutter essentials video, and then in there you should have access to the provider video. It's very short and very, very simple. Yeah, so check that out. So we're gonna have current page index provider, and then we can do something like state provider, right? State provider of a value integer, and this is gonna open this with wait. Thank you guys, thank you for the likes. Don't forget to follow. Yeah, don't forget to follow. Okay, if you don't follow, you are gonna miss the next live and you're not gonna see me again. So yeah, you don't want to lose that, so don't forget to follow and also subscribe, so that when you miss me or when you miss any of the lives, you can go back to the YouTube channel and access the videos. So we now have this as our current current page index provider. So what we are going to do here is that we will change this from stateful provider to from stateful widget to provider widget, right? So we can do consumer stateful widgets. We can do something like this, consumer stateful widget. And before you make use of the provider, you have to make sure that it's imported, all right, in your Riverpod, in your YAML, right? So you would have to import or add the Flutter Riverpod package to your YAML before you would have access to providers. So in here we are going to change this to consumer state. The state is going to be a consumer state. So we can change this to consumer states. Guys, thank you very much for the like. Thank you. We can have our consumer here, then we should be good to go. Now we have now we can reference, or we can watch, read, listen, or perform provider actions all in this app, this particular screen, without having to do anything, any magic. We can let all the magic appear here, right? So in this we can do something like final current index, because final current index is equal to Mustafa. Thanks very much for the follow. So we can do final current index is equal to ref.watch. Then we can have page index, current page index provider. So we can have this, and then down here we would just take this off now, since we have access to the current page index, and we can do this. We can do this. Let's change this from this to this, and then in here what we are doing is to change current page index to the value, right? So we can do something like ref watch is used to we would use the watch to actually use the watch to, let's say, just watch, you understand, watch to watch, and we will use read to actually change the state of the provider, right, or the item inside of that provider. So we can have something like ref.read, and then we would have current page index provider dot notifier dot state, and it's equal to the value, right? So now we are saying that when this happens, just change the state of our value to this. So I want to put current index, and let's see, similar thing here. So we're gonna have similar thing here, and I'm just gonna take this off for now. So does this make sense? It does. Let's see if it's gonna work. If it doesn't make sense, if it doesn't work, then we'll find our way around it. We always find our way. See, click this, and then we would have this. Okay, something is not right. So as you can see, something is not right. 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 This is when we click on the button. This is when we click on the button. What do you think though? What do you think though? See, let's go here and see what we have. What do you think though? Let's have it like this. Yes, I'll still open so guys, we have it working now. So that means that we can actually do the change, right? We can do the change from here, right? From here. So if we should perform this on these buttons, then something should happen, right? and that is what we are going to do. So if we go to the home screen, and we click on this button, then we have to perform that provider actions, right? We change the current index. That is what we are doing. So let's go all the way. Let's go all the way down here, and then in here we'll do same thing. Do we have it as a provider? Stateful widgets. Okay, then we'll have to change it to a consumer stateful widget, right? So we'll just import Riverpod, and that should be it. To import Riverpod, and then you should be good to go. Yeah. Change the state to a consumer state, and change this to a consumer state as well. Yeah. Now in here, on a click of a button, right? When we click the button, we are changing the particular state to that index, right? So on click of this, we will do ref.read current page index provider notify all the widgets that are listening to this particular state, and then change the state to the index. So let's see. If we pick cards dot if we do to list and pick the index, we are gonna would have to do this the simplest way, right? So let's change the item generation to this particular one, a list generator, and that should actually give us a good leverage to what I want us to do. So let's do list dot generate, and then the length is going to be the cards dot length, and then the generator we can change this to index, and here we should be returning something like this. Yeah, so down here we can say final card is equal to cards picking this index, and that should give us card. Yeah, so now when we move down here we are just gonna say it's equal to this index. Now that should be it, right? So if we should rerun the app, and I'm not expecting that we'll see that reflect, but let's go and see. Yeah, so I'm not expecting that it will reflect. We can have all this, but the page controller will not change. Yeah, VR shows is going there, and then this and that. It's we can do index +1. Yeah, so guys, we've gotten what we are looking for. Yeah, so we have this, this is working. If we click this, we have this. If we click this, we have this, and if we click this, we have this, right? That is what we want to do. But what we are saying, all right, the issue we are saying is that the page is not changing. The page is not changing, right? So we would have to find a way to actually make it change when we perform that action, right? So let's see if we can listen to the state and then change the page and see. So we can do something like ref.listen. What's the difference between listen manual and listen? so if we do the provider that we are listening, we can say current page provider, and then the listener is going to give us what are we having in there. We can have, let me see, prev, and then the next, and what do we have? So we are saying that listen to this particular thing and perform a little bit of an action when there is a change. All right, when a change reflects on this particular provider, listen to it and perform this action. So that's what we are going to do. So what we will do is PageController dot jump to page, and then that should be next, right? So this is the change that reflected, this is a new change, and this is the current change before that new change. All right, so let's rerun, and hopefully that should do something for us. All right, so click this, and then we are here. All right, click this, and then we are here. Click this, and then we are here. Yeah, so guys, that is that. We've gotten our page changing according to the click of the button, and that is how you can use the provider, right? The Riverpod package to actually perform a very beautiful or simple and straightforward actions in your code without having to crack your head, right? You got what I mean? I know. Yeah, so that is that, and we are going to move to the next section, right? Now that we have these cards worked on, now that we can navigate with the cards, what is our next job? The next job is to build a screen. And how are we going to build a screen? Only heaven knows. Yeah, so let's take care of this screen. Let's take care of this screen, and this screen is what screen actually? VR shows page. Okay, I show speed. Yeah, so let's see what we can do on this particular screen. You know the crazy part is that we are going to use this same card on the screen with a little bit of change. So that means our work is going to be very quick. Our work is going to be fast. We wouldn't have to build this from scratch, right? So let's work on this. And this is also reusable. So we're going to have it as a reusable widget so that we can use it on this particular screen as well. You go to like on the buy, you go sub. I know. Yeah, so guys, let's jump to the VR shows page. Okay, so down here, we go to features. What feature are we bringing on board? We are bringing the VR shows feature. So VR shows screen. So VR shows screen, and then we are going to build this, which is the VR shows screen. VR shows screen. Mini, mo. So we are going to use proful. Proful is actually a template that I've created, right? It's a template that I've created in Flutter, which works just like how you have STLess to create a stateless widget. You have STF full to create a stateful widget. So I've created my custom template, which is proful for a provider or a consumer stateful widget. I've made a video on it. It's in the channel Flutter Essentials. It says that stop coding the hard way. That's the title of the video. You can check it out, but I will show you guys how to do that quickly in this particular episode, right? So when you go to your Android Studio, when you go to file, I haven't forgotten, right? Yeah, so when you go to file, I think inside of your project structure, is it your project structure? Not here. Let's go directly to the settings so that I can remember what I did right. I forgot. It's been a long time. So let's see templates. It's templates. You see that file. Let's see. Is it of live templates? Yeah. So you click on live templates. All right. You go to settings and you look for live templates. And then on that live template, you select the particular language that you are writing it for, right? So we have Android and all those things. Yeah, but you are going to choose this one, Flutter. You can see what I've done. This is my live template, the one I've created. Let me make it big for you. So this is the live template, what I did for myself. You can actually click on Flutter and click on the Add tab, and then you get you'll get a new tab where you can create a new template, right? So the abbreviation for that template, assuming we are writing a stateless or just a consumer widget, right, for our provider, right? So we can say provless, right? We can have something like this, provless, and then the description will be like a new consumer, a new consumer state widget or whatever. Yeah, so you can just give it a description. So new consumer widgets, something like this. And then in here you would have to input the code, right? The code that you want to use, you have to input it here. So if we should pick this stateless widget, you have these variables and this code. You can pick this, and then when you come in here, you can drop this here, and these are the variables, right? This variable that is called name is what will replace the name when you start typing, right? When you create a new widget and you start typing the name, this particular variable would automatically replace all this, right? So you can have something like this. So here is going to change to consumer. So you're going to have something like consumer widgets, right? You can have this as consumer widgets, and then in here you have widget ref, right? You have widget ref, and then you can call it ref. So you would have something like this. Now if we should, and then you define the context, right? The context where it should be at. So we are going to pick that, and then it will be at the top level context. So it will always be at the top level of the app or whatever. And then the class, right? So a top level class, and then we can do apply and okay. So now if we should come here and write provless, then we should have this particular widget, right? So we can say hello widgets, and down here now we can do our imports to see if we're gonna have our stuff. So import material, and then import Riverpod, right? So now we can have this, and that is how I created my live template. Ep.5. Thank you. Yeah, so take this off, and then let's continue. Yeah, so after here, what are we looking at? We are looking at a card like this. But before we add this card, I would have to go all the way. HTML, CSS, and Python. No, this is Flutter. I haven't seen that comment, really. Where are the comments? This is Flutter. Yeah. Thank you guys for the likes, and please don't forget to drop that follow, and also don't forget to check out the channel for more videos like this. If you're wondering the name of the channel, this is the name of the channel. Okay, this is the name of the channel, so go there, check it out, and please subscribe. Right, all I need is 2 subscribers, guys. Two subscribers, be one of them. Thank you. Please, yeah, just go on YouTube, code with Setso. I'm live on YouTube, right? And then you just drop that sub, then we keep it going. I'll meet our fire. Thank you. Yeah, Derek, thanks very much for the likes. So we've created our viewer show screens, and what we have to do is to go back to the main page and put it in there, right? So on the main screen, our Galaxy main, inside of this, we would bring the VR shows screen. Yeah, so we'll bring the VR show screen, and that should be our screen too. Now, if we should rerun, we'll go all the way to the beginning of the app, right? I don't want to hide them. I want them to be there so that we can move and see it for ourselves. So when we click this, we now have our placeholder. This is a placeholder widget, all right? If you're wondering what this is a placeholder widget, and this is it. That is a placeholder. Yeah. And now we are going to focus on something beautiful. Blah, 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 black sheep. Are you feeling good? Are you feeling good? I swear. Yeah, so in here we would first have something like a single child scroll view because we want our elements to be scrollable. So we would have a single child scroll view. Single child would have a child, and that child will be column, and the column is going to have children, and children will start with something beautiful, and that will be container. Container is going to have a width, and the width it will be double dot infinity, and it's going to have a height, and the height will be, let's say, 240 or 220, and it's going to have body decoration, and it will be box decoration color, and we are going to give it a color of white, right? The color will be white, and after white we'll give it a border radius. The border radius is going to be circular, and circular will be 20. So let's rerun and see what we have. And this is what we have. Yeah, so after this we would want to do some few stuff. Okay, we would want to do some few stuff. This is what we have, right? This is what we're about to do, and the radius is 32. It says 36, but I want to give it 32. No, I'm gonna give it 36. All right, so the radius says 36, so it's something like this. Yeah, and then after that we have this element. So this is a column. A column containing these two. First one is a row, which is this, and then the second one is this. All right, and it has a pattern of why is it 31, 31, 36, 36? Okay. Yeah, so let's do this too before we move on. Yeah, after this decoration, let's give it an actual background. Right, this is the actual background, so let's give it this. Yeah, this is the actual background color and not what I gave. So we're gonna have color 0, 0E, 0XEE, and this. Yeah, so now this is what we have. Now that looks very light. I really need serious something. Okay, you know what? Just subscribe to my channel. After that, then you talk about relationship. Cause there would be or dot there. Fedi banku. May I say. Whatever you get where you go take job love. Take job banku. Banku, 1 ball, 2 balls, Charlie. Yeah, so we have this, and then the next thing is to jump into a row. We have column, right? So let's create this row, and then guys, thank you very much for anybody that's watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. All right, subscribe. Okay, now let's go into this. We have children. To represent the children, I'm going to do this first text, and then that should be the first child, and then the text that should be the second child. So if we run this, we are going to have data here, and what we'll do is main axis space between. I know I'm rushing, sorry, I love what I'm doing, that's why. Yeah, so we have this, and then the next thing we want to do is to create a pattern to actually push the items all the way from here inside of the container, right? So that is what we are about to do. Are you feeling good? Yeah, I'm feeling good. Yeah. So what we'll do is create a pattern and constant pattern of symmetric pattern. No, this not going to be symmetric. This will be all pattern, right? So all pattern across all edges of the screen. Then we're going to have 32.0 rerun, and we have this. That's it. Now we will take away this height because we don't need it, and then we'll have something like this. Great. Now the next thing for us to do is, why is this, wait, the color on this particular container, right? It's not what we have there. So the fill color is let me see, it's a gray color, transparent gray. It's a transparent white, 10% of a white color. So the reason why I can't is because something like this. Don't worry, we'll find a way around it. Yeah, so first let's go for this icon and then this thing, but I think we already have the VR icon, which is this. So what we would do is go pick this particular thing and use it here. So let's go back to our home screen and look at what we've already built, right? So on our home screen, what icon do we have there already? The top picks. Yeah, so we're gonna go to the top picks and pick this icon here. We are not gonna have them as an icon button, but we would still have them though. What do they talk though? Far. So we're gonna have this. This is not gonna be an image icon anymore. This is gonna be an actual icon, and then this would be the close icon, right? So let's have close, and the color will be white. So go down here, we'll do this, and then you have this white color, right? And then what we can do is to check the size of this particular icon. The size is 24, so this 40 is going to be a 24.0 sizing. And then down here we are going to have to change this to an image icon, right? So this will become an image icon. Let's have it. Yeah, so this is going to be an image icon. We'll pick it out of the button, and then we would have something like this. Let's say app assets, and then we are importing the VR, right? Is it the active VR or the inactive VR? Active VR icon. So we would have this, and then what's the size for this? It says 60. 60 is huge, bruh. Then we would have this UI says 60, so give it 60, and then we'll have this. That's what it says. I ain't gonna have anything to talk about it. I ain't gonna have anything to say, bruh. Just do according to what the UI is asking you to do. So if we have this, then the next thing is to make this black, right? Let's make the decoration, let's make it black. So color, let's have colors.black, and then we're gonna have something like this. This is a very beautiful black. It's alpha with value alpha. Then let's say dot 1% of black. Yeah, so let's do 5% of black, and that is even what we got. Books Hilton, thanks very much for the likes. Is it the like? That's a follow, right? Thank you very much for the follow, Hilton. Yeah, so this is our black, right? This is our black, yeah. And the next thing that follows is this text, right? So we are going to use the app text and pick the medium. We're going to use app text. We have bold, right? So we'll pick the bold, and then from there we'll pick the regular. Okay, yeah, so we are going to do that, but before then let me take a good look at this. Is this okay? Let's try gray and see. If we drop this all the way to 40%, this is what we would have. Now it's a thing though. Far. Yeah, so I think the black is actually what looks good, so I'm gonna go with the black. Yeah. Down here we would have our app text dot bold. We don't have bold, guys. We don't have the bold app text. We only have a semi-bold and all the rest. So let's do this and let's call this the bold app text. How bold are you? Very bold. Yeah, so in here the font weight is gonna be bold, right? Yeah, and then that should be it. We can drop this down to 16 and then have no issues. So on our VR screen we're gonna have the bold text, and then this will follow. And what you get here, or what do you get here? Let's say what do you get here, or something like this. Okay, and to do the next thing is change this cross axis to start. So all the elements will go to the start. Won't you go there? Nah, it says it didn't go. That's not what we are changing. We're actually changing this. Yeah, so move to the start, and what do you get here? You get this. You step into a blah blah black shape. Are you feeling good movement, right? So we get this, and then the color is a BCB, whatever. So let's say we'll change this color. What, bold does not have color? Bold, you need to be bold, man. We're gonna have this as color. Yeah, and down here we either take the color we supply or we go with the actual one. So on the screen, bold, color, and then we are gonna have this color 0xEE. Oh no, put this in there. Now rerun this, and this is what we get. What do you get? So that is the color it's giving us. It's giving us vibes, right? So this is very white, and this is the BC, whatever. Yeah, so we get our color. After getting our color, the next thing is that text, right? So this is gonna be our regular text. To add the regular text, this is what we'll do, right? Just duplicate this like this, then we should be good to go. Guys, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you very much for all the likes. Please don't forget to check out the YouTube channel. All right, that is where you have the rest of the videos, and that is where you step into the realm of galaxies, planets, satellites, and stars. Get ready to be captivated by the wonders of the universe and stand in virtual reality. Yeah, so that is what we get, and we would have something like this. Now after getting this, we're gonna make it a regular one. So regular should give us something like this. Yeah, and on top of that we would have to give it a space, a size box with a height of, I'm sure the UI is going to say 10, but let's confirm. What is the gap between these elements? 27. Now I'm talking about these elements. Yeah, 9. So 10 is okay. Rerun, and then we have this. Rerun, and then we have this. And is that okay? Is that okay? I don't know. It should be. So take a good look at this, take a good look at this, take a good look at this. Yeah, so on top of this we would also have a 10. Then yeah, don't worry, I'm gonna correct you, but for now let me do my 10. Yeah, so we would have this rerun, and then we have this cool looking whatever. And then the next thing we are going to do is to change this particular color. Okay, the color is really doing as comme ça, because without it this black is going to shift into the other black, and would end up not having anything, right? We can't see our elements down there. So let's give this color back to where it belongs and have this as 1. Then let's see, this is what we get. So this is what we get. Let me see, it says 10% of the whatever color, the selection color and all that, but the fill color is a 10% of a white. So 10% of a white color, that is what it is giving us, right? So 10% of a white color, and that is what we would get. Yeah, so rerun this, and then we have something like this. Guys, we are gonna go with this. All right, we are gonna go with this because okay, it looks good. Actually, it's not that bad. Yeah, it's not that bad. And what we can do, right, what we can do is that on the click of this button, we all know that this button is hiding this. So what we will do is to create a bool and say show what's the thing, info card, right? Let's call it info card, and the start should be true, right? So show info card is true, show info card is true, and okay, and then okay, show info card should be false, like this. Let's have it this way for now. And this particular container, right, in this, to display this particular container, we would use an if to say if show info card, then we would display the container, right? Then let's do this. So rerun, and then the card is going to be false, right? So we won't be able to see it. So on the initial state of this particular widget, what we want to do is to set show info card to true, right? So show info card should be equal to true. Now let's rerun and see if we are going to get that true statement there. Go here, this is true. Yeah, so now we have this as true. Okay, so what we will do is that when we click on this button, we make the show info card to become false, right? So on the click of this button, we will set state. We will set the state to show info card becomes false, right? Yeah, so show info card becomes false, and that should be it. Rerun, we have it. Click this, and then it's gone. Click this, and then it's gone. Click it, and then it's gone. Yeah, so that is what we have now. Now we can hide and show our card, which is a good thing. Yeah. Blah 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 black ship. Are you feeling good? Are you feeling good? I swear. Yeah, let me call this the info card, like that. And then the next thing is this. We already have this built, which is here, so we'd only have to go pick it from there and make a little bit of change because we have to number it, and then that should be it. But before that, let's do this and see how it looks like. Do we have the 1 2 3? We have 9 4 7. Why are the numbers random? 9 doors, 4 doors. Okay, it's a count of the doors, right? So yeah, so that's cool. That is cool. Yeah, it is cool. We have this. Now you can see that this particular card is transparent. Now you can see that. Yeah. So we have this. The next thing for us is to build this cards, right? So go all the way back to the home screen and pick the cards from there. This is where we built them, right? This is where we built them. So we are going to pick it, and also its followers. We are going to pick it with its followers, right? So this card class should now not be private, right? Let's not have it as a private class anymore, which means we can actually use it in other classes. So let's have this. And then we can now create a little model for this particular class, right? So we can have it here. It's a core stuff, so we can have it here in a model or whatsoever, right? We are using it on multiple screens, right? So core models, let's just say for core models, so for the core models, let me build this like this. Models, yeah, and then this is gonna go in there, and then we'll change the name to to CardModel. Yeah, so we'll change the name to CardModel, yeah, and then in here we are going to create a class. So let's create a class called the CardModel, and then the CardModel is going to have what we did here, right? So we can now cut all this, go in here, drop this down here, and pick the name, and we should be good to go. Yeah, so now we should be good to go. This card becomes CardModel. Yeah, so that is that. And then when we go all the way up here, we are going to change this card. All right, we are going to change this card to CardModel. So let's copy this. Oh no, what am I doing? Yeah, so do this and then call CardModel, then that should work, right? So what do we do? It gives us an error because we need to call CardModel here. Yeah, now we have this element, which means we can move forward with our CardModel, right? So we can just jump into the other screen. Let's copy these cards and then go to the VR shows and drop it here. Where are we? This is on the init state, so yeah, and then we are gonna have the final CardModel. This is just a dummy data for our CardModel. So let's have this, let's have it. Then we have this. Now on the screen, let's see what's missing here. The provider, do we need it? Now we are not gonna use it. So on click of this button, we are navigating to that screen. Guys, thank you very much for the likes. Mr. Easy, Brother Easy, Uncle Easy. Take it easy, but don't worry, don't take it easy on my channel, guys. Don't take it easy on my channel. Drop that subscription. Just go onto YouTube, or just go jump on YouTube, check code with Setso, drop that subscription, and never take it on the channel. All right, thank you. Yeah, so the to do is to navigate to the planet screen, right? Navigate to the planet screen. That's what we are gonna have on the to do. So to do, navigate to the planet screen. Yeah, so this is what we are gonna have. Yeah. Rerun this, and then we have this. Alright, Zan Knowledge, thanks very much for the likes. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. So we would have to put that space in again. Dominican, thanks very much for the follow. Don't forget to like, reshare, and check out my YouTube channel. The most important one, check out my YouTube channel and subscribe. Yeah, so the next thing I'm gonna do is to put that space down here, that space down there, but I don't want to be applying the space on each and every screen, right? So what we are gonna do is that in the page view we can literally wrap this, right? This expanded, right? We can let's see, this is a column, so after the expanded we can have this here, which means that the space will be applied to the pages. Okay, that is not what we actually want, but unfortunately that's what we are getting, so we'll take it off and do it on the screen. I don't want to fight this. It says no, you can't do it that way, so I just want to go straight and do it my way. If I can do it your way, then I'll do it my way, like this. Yeah, that's great. Thank you guys, thank you for the reshare, thank you for the reshare. Native Android app, no Sebastian, this is Flutter, so cross-platform, Android and iOS. So now we are going to focus on this card and then make it look good, right? A good looking card, like me. Yeah, baby. Yeah, so we have this, we are returning column, and the column has a container, and this container have a text, and the text is saying that column, it's saying something, what is it saying? It's saying this, and it's saying this as well. Yeah, so we have this parent column down here which is doing some few stuff, right? Yeah, so this parent column is saying that align the items. Hello Babel, hello, hi Babel. Yeah, so we have this as center. Thank you guys for the follow. Thank you all for the follow. Please don't forget to check out the YouTube channel and subscribe. Oh my god, I need only 2 subscribers. You can be one of them, please. Please. Love you. Thank you. I'm Itafar. Yeah, so after that, let's see what we have, right? So what we are going to do is to create a row, and then we'll align the stuff to the column, right? So we are going to create, to get this number 9, I'm a full number 9, please. Yes, please. I'm a full number 9. So to get this number 9, we would have to create a row and then align its element to the end. So the number 9 is going to be at the end, and then that will be in a column. So we will have the bigger text, which is the 9 followed by the tops, right? So let's go and check that out, right? So we would have something like a row. And then we would have children, right? So the main axis alignment will be at the end, and then the children is going to be a column, and column is going to have children, and then we would have app text. So the first one will be the app text dot bold, yeah, and the text is going to be the number. So let's say the number is the index, right? So let's say the number is an index of 9, right? And then below this we are gonna have another one, which is the app text. So we can just duplicate this and have it as regular and call it doors, yeah. And then if we check this, the size of the number 9, please move. I want to make use of this. Billy Dev, thanks very much, Billy. Thanks for the follow. Thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, so you guys should come here. Since you don't want to move out, then come here so I can make use of you. Go all the way to the top. Yeah. Then I'm gonna have to take you guys and what's going on here? Thank you guys, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate all of them. Thank you guys for the follow. Don't forget to drop that subscription, right? Guys, for anyone that's requesting to be on a seat, I can't put you on because I am live on other platforms as well. So putting you on will affect the what the stream, right? It will affect the stream on the other platforms. So yeah. Let's have this. Where are the elements here? We have this frame. Okay. Where do you have to? Codemaster, thank you very much for the follow. And guys, thank you for the likes. This is medium 50. That is medium 50 for the 9, and then the Taurus is like 12. Semi-bold 12, right? So the Taurus says it's semi-bold of 12. So the font size is gonna be 12, right? So the font size, oh really, we don't have font size for this, 12.0, and then we are gonna have this. Guys, thank you very much for the follow. Please don't forget to check out the YouTube channel, right? The name is Code with Setso down here, as you can see. Guys, I'm using one hand to write a code and one hand to tell you to subscribe. Why would you do that for me? Thank you. So this is what we are gonna have. All we have to do is to pad our elements. It's to pad our elements, right? So we are gonna take this pattern, right? We are gonna pick this pattern. We would give it to the parent and not just this child. So the parent being this column, it's gonna be put in a pattern, or we can even give it to this as a pattern. So let's run, and then we have this. So this is what we have, but looking at this, it's exactly what we have. So this is what we have now. Now, what we have to do is to actually, what we got to do here is to, I beg you, me, it's in this up now. What do they think though? For it, so we would have to, wait, I've sent something. Wait. The height here. Please reply me. Where is the text? You only sent this prayers. So I thought you are praying. I thought you are praying. I thought you are praying. Let's see. Oh yeah, are you getting close? Codemaster, thanks very much for the reshare. And Kenny, thanks very much for the follow. Guys, I really appreciate this. You guys don't understand. I really appreciate this. I do, man. The gap is negative 16. Why would you want them to be so close? So if I have this, I want to learn how to code. Okay, then you have to send me a DM, right? If you want to learn how to code, just drop me a DM and I'll take a look at it after here. So guys, we have this number, but the number is not the same across all the screens, right? If you check the cards, the numbers are different. So that means our card model need to have a new field called doors, right? Thank you very much. So it can have final. Can it have a final string of doors? Final int of doors. So final integer number of doors. So we can be like total doors. Total doors, and then what we're gonna do under this is to be like this dot doors. Okay, I've sent you a message. I'll reply you after here. So what are you doing? I don't want to add required to it. So remove this constant, and then let's have it. If I should bring back my final, would you give me an issue? Yeah, because it has to be this. So this is what we would have. Where from the error? Can't have a value now because of its type, but implicit default value now. It says I can send a message. Really? Wow. You should be able to really. Really. I think you should be able to do that. I think you should be able to do that. Yeah, so without supplying the thoughts, it becomes this, right, 0. You have removed from the group. Which group? Guys, I don't really know what's up. Yeah, so should be able to text me. I don't get it. Yeah, so I'm confused because even someone just sent a message. So yeah, you should be able to text me actually. Maybe you should try again. So guys, we have that now, and when we create this, we can replace this with the doors, right? So maybe you should try again and text, and let's see if it's gonna work. So this is gonna replace the number of doors. So let's say card dot total doors, right? So it will say blah blah blah, you can't use this, so we would have to do this. Either we will do it this way, right? Either we'll do this or we do dot strings. Really, is your account a private account? Is your account a private one? Type no is not a subtype of int. Yeah, so what we can do is to, let me come here and rerun this. Yeah, so now, yeah, so we have this, and what we would do is to supply the count, right? So what we can do is to supply the count. All right, I'll check it out. I'll check that out, but for now let me finish with this. Oh, what? Yeah, so what we're gonna do is total doors, and let me say 34, and down here total doors, and let me just say 12, and this is like 8. Yeah, so let's rerun, and the error should be gone. Now we have 0 0 0. Rerun all this, and let's see. So go to CardModel and remove this. This. Yeah, user.me, thanks very much for the follow. Yeah, so now we have null as the type, but we've supplied it, so why is it null? We've supplied the total doors. Oh, what? See, I was doing it here rather. Forgive me, please forgive me. I don't know what I do. Please forgive me, because I can't stop loving you. Yeah, so go down here and supply it here. Good morning, wakey wakey, it's time to code. You don't have to be sleeping. Yeah, these are just dummy data, so I'm adding that, and let's see what we're gonna get. What, it's still giving me now? Really? Rerun this. It shock you. Yeah, so we have, hey, when will I reach here? Gracious me. Oh, harmless? I think you've already reached. You are my boss. You are my big boss. You are my big boss, actually. What you can do is always come online when I'm online, right? And let's do this together. When I'm coding, then you start coding. When I stop, then you stop. No, when I stop, then you continue. When I continue, then you continue. You never sleep, bro. Yeah, so that's that. And also, guys, the YouTube channel, I need only 2 subscribers, and I want you to be one of them. Please do that. For the love of the game, right? For the love of coding, bro. Just do that. Amen. Yeah, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. We already have. Do we already have one? We have this, but it's not like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna have that. I think we have 1, 2, 3 here. We're gonna take this off. Then we have 1, 2, 3. And having done 1, 2, 3, we can do this to have the 4th one. So pick this and then drop this, and we have the 4th one. Yeah, so let's if we rerun, then we should have the 4th element. Go here, re-init, and then we have the 4th element. Yeah, so now that is that, and what we have to do is to download all the images, right? So we would have to go in there and look for them frame by frame and image by image. Yeah, so this is one of them. I am one of them, and so are you. So let us praise the Lord. Father Abraham, many childs of Father Abraham. I am one of them, and so are you. Yeah, so let's put this here, and let's say VR show, VR screen card 1 or VR show. So let's say VR show card 1. Oh, good morning. I'm late again. What I did start in the morning. No one be missing. Forgive me. Tonight, it's not the regular start time, right? Yeah, so tonight is not the regular start time, but I started at 3 a.m. Yeah. VR show card BG. The regular start time was 9. And then we moved from 9 to 3 a.m. Then because a lot of people come back from work, they are tired and they want to sleep. So we moved from 9 to 3 a.m. And then from 9 to 3 a.m. Yeah, that works on weekdays. But today is a weekend, so I just wanted to run this and then we do the rest maybe in the evening. In the evening, I'm going to be busy, right? I have a meeting in the evening, so I don't know when it's gonna end. That's why I have to drop this episode before I leave, so that in case I miss the one, there will still be an episode for everybody. Yeah, so this should be card 2, card 1. Yeah, they are just dummy cards, so I don't have to kill myself over naming them. Card 1, let's pick this image, and this times 4, and this should be the card 2, and it's a cartoon. I say card 2, but welcome. I'm sure your eyes will be rolling right now. You're still feeling sleepy, yawning, and be like, oh, this guy does not sleep. Yeah, I'm sure that's all you'll be saying. Yeah, for anybody wondering where I'm from Ghana. I'm a Ghanaian, 100% by blood, by the look, and by the stature. Yeah, so I'm a Ghanaian, born of a Ghanaian, raised by a Ghanaian. So I'm a Ghanaian. And then the last one is VR show card 3, right? VR show. Okay. Alright. Then we'd have to then I have to find a way around that. I think I'll text you. For everybody that's texting, I'm gonna text you. All right, I'm gonna text you back. Yeah, so we would have this as the card assets, and now we can do that here. So these are like the background images, and let me see, homepage cards background. Let's do this one and call it the VR shows card background, right? So VR shows cards background. Let's say card backgrounds, right? The backgrounds. Yeah, so down here we are just gonna have to create one static. What, move forward. Yeah, a static constant string, and then let's say VR. Guys, thank you very much for the follow. I wasn't even looking on the screen and people were following me and I didn't say thank you. But I say thank you all for the follow. Please don't forget to check out the YouTube channel and also support from there as well. Thank you. Yeah, so static shows, so VR show show card one. Yeah, so VR show card BG, and then we are gonna have something like this. Guys, ain't you tired? If you're tired, then I'm sorry, you're tired, but I am not tired. I love what I do very much. I love what I do. Someone was like, you love what you do because you are not married yet. If you get married, I promise you're gonna love your woman more than what you do. I was like, really? I can't wait. Yeah, so this is 1, this is gonna be 2, this is gonna be 3. So now we have our cards, right? Let's go to the screen and replace this with the card. So VR card BG. This will be VR card BG1. This will be VR card BG2, and this will be VR card BG3. Rerun this, and we would gonna have this. Let's go back, come here, and then we have this. Amitabha. Thank you. Then after this, we just have to add some few touches to it to make it make sense, right? So let's go here and then come all the way down here and check the names, right? So adventure, planets, so adventurer, and then planets. Okay, adventurer and then planets. Adventurer, really? And then this says planets. Okay, right? So we're gonna have planets like this, and then the next one says discover galaxies. So discover galaxies. Galaxies. So that means shows this subtitle can also be nullable, right? So let's go here and make this subtitle nullable. We can have the subtitle nullable. So go to home screen, look for home screen and do this. It's subtitle null. If it is null, then do this. Yeah, so we're gonna go here. Vincent, thank you guys, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you all for the follow. Thank you, Amitabha. Why am I even saying this? Because what is this Amitabha? Yeah, so let's take off the subtitles. The subtitles should go. Thank you for your support, Mr. Subtitle, but I think it's time for you to go and take a rest. Yeah, so discover galaxies, and then after that Pathfinder stars. Doesn't really make sense to me, but keep it that way. Pathfinder stars, and then we are gonna have Pioneer satellites. What from distance? Pioneer, really? Keep quiet. What do you think though? Yeah, so we would have this, and then in here we are not gonna have this anymore. So we can have this here in place of this. So let's run and see what we'll get. This is what we have, right? Wait do you think though? Yeah, followed by title. So why am I having QA and stuff in there? Right from the QA stuff. We have the label and then we have the title, right? So the label followed by the title. Wait, let me rerun this. I don't know where the leader and all those things are coming from. Yeah, now you're talking. Yeah, now you're talking. Now you are talking. So let's take this off. If we should take the spacing off, how huge is it gonna be? Yeah, I think this is okay. Yeah, so guys, this is what we have now. We have our elements looking good. We have our items looking good. Oh, I love this. Yeah, so we have all this looking good. The next thing for us to do after achieving this, what is the next thing? The next thing for us is to go in here and replace what we've scattered. Fix it. Bob the builder. Let's get a building started, bruh. Yeah, so now when you click on each planet, right, VR planets, we're gonna have something like Earth and blah blah blah. Let's right, so let's prototype and see. Where can we click? Yeah, we can click this. So if we should click on this planet, then we'll be taken to a screen like this. And all this is also clickable. So if we should click on this, then we'll be taken to Earth screen. If we click on this, then we would have this. Whew, guys, we have something to build. So our first click will take us into the show details, right? The show details. In the show details, we are gonna have this here. Okay. Fine. Yeah, so this is what we have, right? Nobody knows why I'm saying because you. Yeah, so after this, what is the next thing? Let's see what's next. What is next on the menu? The next thing is to build this, right? We are building this, and that is it. No two ways about it. Yeah, so we'll call it planets page. So let's go in here and create the planets screen. we can create that under the VR shows, right? Under the VR shows, we can actually create that here, but let me just have it here. So I want you guys to have access to all the classes inside of the main features screen, the main features directory, right? So planet screen, and then we are gonna have to create the first planet, which is yeah, so let's create the planet screen. What is the thing though? Like this, and then let's create a proful. No, we are not going to use proful. We are going to use stateful. We can even use stateless, but let's go with stateful and planet screen. And then we are going to import the material widget, material package, right? Like this, and then we should be good to go. So now on VR shows, when we click on the screen, when we click on this arrow forward button, we should be redirected to the planet screen with a particular planet that we are picking, right? Let me see. Yeah, so we will direct you to the planet screen with this header with the model, right? Yeah, with the model. Yeah, this guy really did the thing, but I'm just seeing some few little stuff that would kind of give us a little headache, but we are good to go. No stress. So in here we will do this navigator. So let's call our navigator dot of context dot push. We are just pushing. We are pushing to the say material material page route, and then the route will be pointing to the planet that we want to go to, right? So we would have planet screen. Yeah, so this is what we'll be going doing, right? And then the planet screen would take the final card model, right? So that is what it will take. And then in here we're just going to add our required and then stored card model. Yeah, and in here we'll call the card model, and then we specify the card. Yeah, so we can move from here and rerun this, and when we click on this we should be on the screen. Yeah, so now we are on the planet screen. What we will be doing is to call our background, right? We will return the galaxy. Galaxy background. Yeah, so we are gonna have this as our galaxy background, and then inside this, the body is just gonna be let's say center, and this, so child is gonna be a text, and the text is gonna have something like data. Okay, so let's have that. And then the background for this particular screen is going to take the app assets dot particular background is what we are going to use, right? So when you go to the planet screen, then we are going to use this background. So let's go down here, click on this, show this planet page 1, and take this background. Wait. She like the way that I heard. She like the way that I purr. Yeah, so we are gonna pick this this image from here. we're going to pick this image from here. Thank you, Z. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. No two ways about that. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah, so we are going to pick this. I would have to pick this and make use of it, right? So pick this Planet 1 page PG. That is some way, but how we go do it? So Planet page PG. What's on Planet page 2? Okay, so Planet page BG, that is what we're gonna have. Let's take this and copy this and go all the way back here inside of our assets, images, backgrounds. We are gonna drop this and say planets, right? Planet screen BG. It's guys, thank you for the follow. Yeah, so we can get this and call it planet screen BG, right? So planet screen BG, and in here we would pick this, copy path reference, copy from root, and do this. Yep, so done with it, and then we'll call the planet screen BG. Stop this, rerun this, and then we should close and run again. Guys, thank you for the likes, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate all of them. Let's see, Galaxy, blah 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 blah. Go here, click on this, and then we are here. What the hell? See the background that we wanted to use. What the fuck? How did we use this on the home page? Let me go to the home page, right? Let me go to the home page and see what we did with it. How did we get it on the home page? So main screen page, the background came from where exactly? This was what we used, right? Let me see, planet screen BG. And then let me see what we use, home screen BG, right? So let's, what is the home screen BG? I think it is this. So this worked for us, but for the planets, why did it? This is what we have, and then when we click on this, now we are having this. Oh my god. That is sad. To be honest, that is sad. So what we can do is we can either take this as it is, right? We can either take this as it is, since we can't get an actual image, and then export it. Oh no. And then export it. So let's try this particular image and see. Yeah, so pick this image and call it planets. Let's extract this and use it and see planet screen BG, right? So we're gonna have planets screen BG overwrite, yeah. So go down here and then rerun this, and now we have this. So now this is what we have. I think we can move on with this, right? Because this is what we are supposed to have from the onset. So now we have something good. Yeah, so when we click on this, we would have that, yeah. And let's go to the planet screen and take this from the center, have it as a text on its own. Let's see where it's gonna be. Yeah, this is it. Okay, that is good. That is good. That there is good. So from here, where is the screen? Yeah, so from here we are gonna have to create this in our app bar. We're gonna have to create this in our app bar. So what are we gonna do? We are gonna have to the body. Don't know me. Do you love me? Do you love me? When you say on my body, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. It's a single child scroll view. As usual, the child is going to be a column. Oh, and the children will be this, right? So if that is the children, we can go on the main page and make use of some stuff that we already have here, right? That we already have here, which is this. We can pick one of this and make use of it. So we're gonna have a row which is this and blah blah blah. Yeah, so let's pick this. Let's pick the elements of this row. Then go here and then drop it here. We're gonna have some few errors, but up text, the label. Okay, the label is gonna be the name of what do we have here. Yeah, so what? Yeah, so adventure, then VR planets. Okay, so we would have widgets. We want to access the model, right? That we pass through the widget. So widget.cardmodel.title. That will be the adventure. I think the label. Yeah, and then in here we'll call the widgets dot model dot title, and then inside this we have a subtitle. No subtitle. I think we can do something. Yeah, I think we can do something good from here. Yeah, we can do something good from here. Yeah, we should be able to. Yeah, I get it. So we can have this as a subtitle, right? So show notification icon. Let's check the UI. We'd rather take this away. We'll take this away and show this rather. So we will be replacing the icon here. We'll call an icon. Let's call icon, and let's call search, the Cupertino search. Yeah, and then let's call this as icon. The icon data, and then import Cupertino. Yeah, so inside the subtitle we are going to call the widget dot subtitle. CardModel dot the subtitle. If it's not now, it's rerun, and then we have this discover galaxies with the icon. Yeah, so that is what we would have. Let's go back and check the font sizing and correct those things. So we have adventurer and the font size is 16. So if we should check the medium, what is it? It's a medium 16. Why do most developers stop at UI layout instead of learning real engineering? Stop at UI layout instead of learning real engineering, as in like security, trading, or image processing. It's everybody and what they want to do. Everybody have what their taste. People leave UI and then they do back end, People leave back end and they do security stuff. People leave security stuff and they do other stuff. So it's just everybody and what works for them. Yeah. You can do complex stuff if you want to do that, and you can also do normal stuff if you want to go with that one. So it's just tastes and preferences. So we have our 18 sizing, and then the next one is this, which is 30 and 30. Yeah, so that should work. And what do we have? We have our back icon. So let me see. Before this, oh, why do I keep making this mistake? So we can have this, right? We can have one of this in front of this. So let's go to row and have this row and this, and that should be okay. So rerun, and then we'll have something like this, but the icon is going to be the back icon. So that's going to be keyboard. Take this away, and then have keyboard reverse like this. Yeah, and then on click of that, we just gonna pop, right? So on click of this icon, we just gonna pop the screen back to where we started from. So navigator dot pop. Now this is what we have. When you click on it, we are popping. Go back there, click on it, we are popping. Pathfinder starts. Yeah, so we would have to increase the size of this particular icon. Like this says 30 and this even says 40, and yet it looks very small. Should we follow what the UI is giving us? Because UI there, sometimes you can follow it and then it will go leave you for road. Because when this is 40 and yet it's very small. Yeah. And then after that, there's what's the spacing between these two? 17. Okay, let's do constant of a size box, and let's do width, and that should be 16.0. So now we have something like this. And then this one is gonna say if we are coming from planets, adventure planets. Let's go back and see adventure of planets, and then we have this. But before this, we need to make use of something else, right? So we need the text, that the beginning text and all those things. So let's here we need to have this. If you move from planet to this screen, you have like VR planets, and if you move to Earth, it says planet Earth, right? So this stuff, we need to have this stuff as a subtitle so that we can make use of them. So this says planet Mars. Okay, that is when you move from in here to that particular section, right? But for now, when you click on the adventure, it says VR planets. Yeah, so we can go and then have this inside of the planet screen. We can have this as we can have something like this. Take this and drop it here, and then come here and do something like VR planets. Go back and click on this, then you have VR planets. Yeah. This is the color of the planets, and same color for the adventurer. I think it's the same color for them all. Yeah, so that is what we have. If we should go back, then we would have this. If we want to change the color, then we can we change color on semi bold? I haven't added that, so that is what we have. Yeah, so guys, it is what it is. We've been able to actually build something beautiful. Oh my god. Yeah, and then on the screen we would have to tackle the rest of the stuff, which is this, right? So it's gonna be the similar cards that we have here. The similar cards that we have here, only the images are gonna change. So let's do that ASAP. Go back to the main screen and pick that cards, right? That is the to do. Go back to home screen and pick the cards from there. So all the way to the home screen. This particular app is just image after image after image after image. So the next time I'll make this mistake again, I'll just say bye bye everybody. Yeah, so we have this. I think we can pick all this column and then just make use of it. Yeah, so pick this column, go to planet screen. So planet screen after this row, which is 7, like the bar, we can actually have something else which would be expanded. And then the child is gonna be this. And we would have to drop a little spacing after all these children, right? So we can go in here, and where is that spacing? We copied that spacing some time ago. So where is it? It's not here. Go back and copy the space and drop it there. Yeah, so now we have this, and also we have to add the cards. Yeah, let's add the cards. So let's do this, and we should be good to go. Let's import. We are not going to use this, so yeah. So we'll have a to do, and the to do is to navigate to the details screen. Yeah, the planet details screen. So the planet details screen, right? So this is what we're gonna have. Our elements are off because of some 1 and 2 issues. I know where it is coming from, so let's go there and see what we can do about that. First do this, and let's see it go off again before we try to fix it. Yeah, so the reason why the elements are jumping off the screen is because of this SingleChildScrollView. But the funny thing is that that was a similar thing we did here, right? We did that similar thing here and it worked. Yeah, so we did similar thing here and it worked, but now we want to have it there. It's saying, nah, please, I ain't gonna give you the chance to do that to me. But let's go to the Galaxy main. What is this? When did we even do this? This is the Galaxy main. Let's go to, we have home screen, we have main screen, we have planet screen. Yeah, VR shows. So single child scroll view, and then after that you have column, and okay, we are just generating, right? Yeah, let's generate and see. But we need this. Okay, yeah, this is what we are going to do. Single child scroll view is out from here. Single child scroll view is supposed to be on this column, right? So take this and then have it as a single child scroll view. So we can give it expanded, or we can just leave it and give it single child scroll view. But let's do single child scroll view, and then let's see. And now this is what we have. Yeah, so this is what we have. We have the planets and all that, and what we have to do is take a look at the screen again and see what is expected of us. Yeah, so we have our Earth, the images down here. We have our Earth, we have red land Mars, we have beautiful planet Saturn, and then giant planet Jupiter. Okay, so the first one is our home, which is Earth. Our home, Earth, and the rest. Let me copy the cards from here. Go to planets and replace planets with this. Yep, so this first one says our home, which is Earth. And then the next one says red land, which is Mars. So the red land is Mars. And then this one says beautiful planet, which is Saturn. So beautiful planet, which is Saturn. Okay. And then the last one is giant planet Jupiter. So Jupiter is giant, and then Jupiter is, and it's bigger than Earth. And see how big this planet Earth is. So wow, it must be very big. So we have our home Earth, red land Mars, we have beautiful planet Saturn, and then we have giant planets, which is giant planet, which is Jupiter. Yeah. Yeah, so now we have that, and the next thing for us to do is to pick the images. Oh my god. Yeah, so let's pick the images one after the other. First, the reason why picking the images like is because he wrapped them in a component, he made them components, and when you want to pick it, you have to go in, and in. But I think we can do this. We can do this and then pick all of them at once. Right? We can pick all of them at once. So pick it, lose fix. Thanks very much for the follow. Yeah. Pick this and pick this. Yeah. So now we have the 4 images. We are going to export them. Boom. Then that should help. Now that should help, because what the hell? It's a Galaxy virtual image. We just have to do this and archive it and then copy all of them, right? And we have it, so let's rename them from here before we move on. So planets, so let's say planets and then let's copy the name, right? So rename, and say this is planets Jupiter, and then this one is let's see, this is Saturn, and then that is Mars. So this is Mars. So Mars game moon, and then this is Saturn. Yeah, so we're just gonna pick all this, copy all of this, and then drop them in here in the background images like this, and go to app assets, and have the backgrounds. So we can see this is for the planets screen, card backgrounds. Yeah, so below this we would just have our static const string and say planets, and we'll do this, duplicate this 4, and let's have the first one, which is planets at to planet Earth. We are on Earth, and then planet Jupiter. Then we have planet Mars. Sometimes I wish I can forward myself, right? I wish I can forward myself. And then we have planet Saturn. Yeah, so after this, and then the next thing is go to the planet screen and replace this with the planet Earth and planet Mars, planet Saturn, and then planet Jupiter. Yeah, so rerun all this. Let's go and see. Go here, click on this, and then we have this. Yeah, so this is what we have now. Undo. Yeah, so this is what we have now. Yeah, it's looking good, right? Yeah. Yeah. So what are we doing now? What are we doing now? Wrap this in padding, and then the only door should be like 32. Yeah, thank you very much, brother. Thank you for the likes, thank you for the follow, thank you for the subscription, and thank you for everything. Yeah, so this is what we have now, but let's confirm the spacing between these elements. This is 37 from the top. Okay, 40 should be cool. Yeah, so guys, this is what we have for our planets. Yeah. This is what we have for our planets, and if we want to move on, then we would have to build the screens, right? The VR screens is what we have to build. But our time is up, so guys, that will be that for this episode. Let's review what we've done so far, and then let's see what we'll be doing next. Yeah, so stop the app and close all this and rerun. Let's confirm that we are on the right path. Galaxy Explorer, Virtual Galaxy Explorer. Start learning, go through the insights, right, and then get started. Let's get floating. You can also go back and create an account. You can go back and then log in. So from here we have this. We can navigate the screens from here. All right, we can navigate the screens from here. We can swipe them as well, and we can also click on this button to get navigated to each screen. Yeah, so now when you are on the screen and you click on, let's say, Pathfinder, you'll be brought this particular screen, but currently the design is only available for this. So when you click on planets, you'll be brought to this screen, and then you can have access to all these planets. So that is what we've been able to build. That is what we've done in this episode. I hope to see you in the next episode. Don't forget to like as you are watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to stay in touch for the upcoming episodes as well. Remember, drink water, always be hydrated, and also fall in love, but with software engineering. Yeah, to fall in love, but with software engineering, the Odibedo Yodo there, Fedi Banku 5 cities. You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. I'll see you in the next episode.